Hey everyone, I wanted to get on here. I want to thank everyone for being here, all the subscribers, all those who bought me coffees yesterday, and all the subscribers, all the ones that paid for membership there to buy me coffees. I want to thank you also. A lot to talk about today. I had a rough night. Let me tell you something, I got really sick. Really sick. Happened about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it hit me, and honestly, I didn't think I was going to be here today. I got real bad. What makes it bad for me is I don't have no help. I don't have nobody, so, if something bad happens, well, they'll probably find me days later. But I'll be in heaven, and I'll meet you there. But that's just where I'm at. Like I said, I've been alone now for about it's been over a year. So my health has not been the greatest in the world. Like I said, I fell in the wood pile and hurt my neck real bad. And still on the muscle relaxers for it. So they wanted me to go to a chiropractor, but I've just never done it. Just don't have the time and don't feel like going every day. Just don't. So I'm just trying to get through, and hopefully Jesus comes and gets us out of here. But we talked about yesterday something that popped up again today, and I've been doing some research into it. And it was about our elected officials disappearing and going to bunkers. Now, we heard from a source, a leak, of one of these senators that was told to take their families and go to these bunkers. They're called hotels. It's code word for bunkers. Now, what we know so far, Gavin Newsom was taken to Denver. A lot of these other politicians, governors, and their staffs was taken to other locations and used different excuses for the reasons why they were sent to these different locations. And it wasn't the only ones. There was many from other states that was doing it. Is this a test? I don't know. Was it something came up? We know that what happened is what's happening in Israel right now. And I've always told everybody, if you want to know when the end of the world is, watch Israel. And Israel and Iran right now are hot and heavy. And Israel is not going to, and they've given Iran 12 days to have a missile ready to strike Israel. And Israel is not going to let that happen. And we all know from the Bible it will not happen. They will crush Iran and everybody around them. So, but we know that that's going to happen from the Bible, so we know it's any time. But talking to Bonnie, we discussed that when one of these things sparks, it could be North Korea, it could be anywhere, because there's so many places right now. In Taiwan, we just go down the list. It only takes one to get out of the bag. And we all know that it happens, because God's already told me and He's already showed me. So, when one of these sparks off, the world will basically fall apart pretty quickly. So I want you to keep your eyes open. Do not fear it. Just know that this is any second and of any day that this could happen. We just have to be aware of it, to watch it. And I know a lot of you right now are stressed because you're trying to help people and they're not listening. And I keep telling you, keep your head up. You're doing a great job. Jesus loves you. That's why He brought you here to this channel. And this is kind of like a family hangout. I seen a brother yesterday in the comments. He mentioned something. He said, boy, it'd be great to be able to talk on the phone with everybody, because I know a lot of you out there, you don't have nobody. You're like me. That's why I started the channel, so you wouldn't be alone in these last days. And I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here. And I love each and every one of you. And you've definitely made this a lot easier on me. And that's the first thing I was thinking about last night. I'm like, Lord, don't let me die tonight. I need to be here up until the rapture, so I can, calm everybody down before all this stuff happens. And I would probably never said that before, but I did think about each and every one of you guys. I'm like, Lord, I do need to be here up until the rapture, so I can keep everybody calm and a place for them to go, because right now they don't have no place. And I know you don't. But I did think about that young brother last night before I got sick. I'm going to try to find a way to where we can have one big chat room to where we can talk via Facebook or something. But I am going to start working on that as we speak. Hopefully we have enough time to do it and before the rapture. But like I said, it could be any second that the rapture happens. Lord, might even happen before I even get off here. It's where we're at, the way things are going. The world is ready to crash and burn pretty quick. So, what do? We stay calm. Because we know the most important thing is your kids, your children, and your family members that you're having a hard time reaching right now. And I'm hoping and praying that God will give us one good shake very soon in the next couple of days to shake them loose. And I'm praying for that because I know you're worried about your children, and I am worried about your children as much as you are, and your family members and your friends that you're having a hard time with. Because I pray for each and every one of them. I do get your emails, and I do go to God about your kids because you're my family. And if you're not part of this family, you've never been here before, we're not like most channels. Most channels will scare you to death and get off here and leave you on your own. We don't do that here. We've got a pretty big family. We're growing, about 2,100 people right now. And we're just like we've always been together. But we're just here waiting on Jesus. We don't condemn each other for telling you Jesus is coming. We don't do that here. We know he's coming. And we're all in this together. And we have created a family atmosphere here that it's quite amazing, actually, and I don't think I've ever seen it done on any other channel. We don't snob people. We don't do any of that stuff. We try to communicate with everybody, let everybody know that everything's going to be okay. We're there for them. So this channel is different. It's not like any other YouTube channel you go to where the creator basically just does videos and then leaves you hanging and don't care about your family life and what's going on in your life, because that's not what I do. That's not what God brought me here to do, and I'm never going to do that. I try my best to communicate with everybody, to let them know everything's okay, and it will be okay because we're going home. So you're never in this alone. And so don't ever think that you're by yourself. I don't care how old you are, you're a part of this family. And if you ever need anything, you reach out and you talk to us and let us know. We'll keep you in our prayers. But yeah, I would like to be able to have a room built somehow to where we could all communicate and have meetings and talk about things, stuff like that. That I would love to do. If anybody's got any mind of how to do that and make it simple for the people that's not big on technology, let me know. Send me a message. Everything will be in a description box. If anybody's got any ideas how to do that or how to build it, it would be good for a lot of family members that are truly by themselves. And we do not want anybody here left behind, because that's why we started the channel. And we're not going to be like all these other creators that start these channels and they leave you hanging and leave you by yourself. We don't do that here. That's why this channel is different. That's why it's blessed. And I know I've been blessed to get to know each and every one of you all. It's like I've known you my whole life. I don't know if you feel like that way, but, getting to meet, know Cindy and Chuck and so many others and Angela, and the list just goes on and on and on of people that I never knew 2 months ago, but now it's like I've known you my whole life. Clint, the Stevens. It's just amazing. It's like I've known you guys forever, but I've only known you now for about a month and a half or 2 months. Channel's grown beyond anything I've ever thought it would. It's truly helped me, because a lot of things was crashing down on me when it comes to a lot of stuff that's been going on. I'll tell you all that in a later video, that times have gotten pretty rough. Not as rough as they was last summer, and I'll give you a little background story of how all that happened. But I have come from a pretty dark place to this point now, and God has blessed me with each and every one of you. And he has. You might think you're the one that's blessed, but Trust me. I'm the one that's been blessed to get to know each and every one of you guys. You are incredible people from every background in every country, from New Zealand to Australia to Britain to everywhere in between in America. You guys have been amazing people. And boy, I am blessed to have got to know each and every one of you. So keep your head up and know that there's a lot of stuff going on that we're not being told. That's what the key thing that God is telling me right now. They're not telling us what's happening. There was a lot of big things happened yesterday, and we don't know them. But they will come to light. Fear not. God's going to bring these things to light this week. So we're going to know the things that are being hid from us. God's going to make sure that we know it. So keep yourself and keep your head up. Know that we're here all together. You're not alone. You're never alone. Jesus is always with us. But you're with us also. And we're here for you, okay? So don't feel like you're alone in this battle in these last days. We're all here together before we get out of here, okay? So be a light in the darkness, and trust me that there's going to be many dark days coming very soon. But it ain't going to bother you. I've talked to many of you. You're incredible people. There ain't nothing going to shake you people. You're quite amazing, and I see now why God created this channel. God bless each and every one of you guys out there. I'll try to do another video later. Just keep me in your prayers. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm going to fight through it. We're going to be here together. We'll get this stuff done, but just like I said, keep your eyes up on the Lord, because the days are numbered. Definitely numbered now, and it could be anytime. Anytime. If I don't see or hear from you again, I'll see you in heaven.